Good work out there, Envoy. Only just arrived and you're already the talk of the town. Well, the ambassador ordered me to give you free access to the city. No idea why he's calling the shots all of a sudden, but...
That sounds ominous.
Anyway, you can go on ahead. The ambassador's expecting you. And a chance to rest your weary legs, I reckon. Once you're in the city, you'll find the Aedyran Embassy due north of the gatehouse. Take care, Envoy.
What? No parting words from me? After all the time we spent together?
Shove off, Muttonhead. How's that for a parting word?
With talk like that, it's no wonder the Aedyrans think we need a little civilizing. At least I'm in good company now, right?
Envoy!
You should not be here. You should be free, whole, the blood feeding your veins. Why are you here? The arrow struck. Then your soul found us, here in the emptiness, where the gods live and the dead wait. A cage, a prison. We feel the souls of multitudes, a current beneath the skin of this place. We could dip our hand in once, feel them near us. But now, we are trapped like wasps in amber. But you should be alive. Our beloved, they stole the bloom from your branch. An arrow broke the skin. It carried poison to your veins. A festering blot of corruption spread through the root and sap. It stilled your heart. It silenced the song in your mind. Yes, we would see them hurt too. Writhing like a dying adder. We can give you this chance. We could send you back. Just this once. You think of us? With your own escape so near, we are moved and decided. We will use our waning strength to free you. Then you must find us. Free us from our prison. Immensely. Breathe deep. All birth is agony.
You're awake? Thank the gods. For a second there, I thought I had a problem on my hands. You're alive, somehow. That's what counts.
Glad to see you with us. I was sure you were already on your next trip around the wheel, but I brought you here just in case. If anyone can work a miracle, it's Liviana, though whatever restored you is beyond even her skill. That's what everyone in Paradis is asking. The streets have been less murderous since your ambassador and his guards took up residence. But your assassination is bound to upset that uneasy peace.
There's something I still don't understand. Envoy, you died. Don't get too excited. When you play with life and death, there are bound to be consequences.
What does this mean for them? Should they expect anything else strange? Other than coming back from the dead, I mean.
That depends on a few things. Visions and hallucinations? Likely. Manifestations of past lives? Uncommon, but possible.
Anything they should avoid? Strenuous exercise, hard drink, strong sveff.
Look for patterns. If your friend has any troubling signs, be attentive to what triggers them. This is far beyond my expertise. You should visit Runid, our local watcher. She would know what to make of your strange, stubborn soul. I don't blame you for your misgivings, but Runid is the real thing. Go and see for yourself. A watcher examines the soul down to its very core. I can't think of anyone more qualified for the job. Runid's shop is in the hills to the northeast. A bit of a walk. Just head out of the gate to the east of town and follow the path that curves to the north. It should be perched up in the hills. Oh, but avoid the Watcher in Hightown. She's a known charlatan. I'll send word to the ambassador that you survived, but he'll no doubt want to talk to you. I'm afraid not. Better luck in your next life. Head up the stairs outside my clinic and take a left onto the main road. That'll get you to the embassy. Apologies. Paradis is a bit of a maze, especially to newcomers.
Don't worry. I know my way around. Which is why I should go with you. Your assassination is bound to have stirred things up. Your troops are going to be on edge until your killer's found, and some of us still have to live here. Hey, my schedule was clear. Besides, I don't want this to blow up any more than you do. The sooner we solve your murder, the better for everyone. And we should talk back at camp. I'm hoping you can help me understand what just happened to you.
In my dream, you were surrounded by light, but it was shining from inside. You weren't alone either. There were others. Some of them loved you, others were afraid of you, but they all followed you. Also, there was a tree that... It wasn't a tree? Oh, it made sense at the time. I can't remember anymore. It's a pity dreams aren't made to last. I'll pull through. Liviana's taking good care of me.
This may not be the prettiest part of town, but it's got
saved
the
my
grinning
life.
Valley Rock.
He would have killed me, and all for a few coins.
Think nothing of it. Any law-abiding citizen would have done the same.
You there! Are you just going to stand there and gawk at that body all day?
He's dead. It's not like I can do anything for him now, can I?
You can see that the poor bastard is properly processed. What is this? A charnel house?
First week in the Living Lands.
You're free to pass through the gate now.
Hey, so close. But what's the point? It's useless without that Adra. Oh, you are a special one, you are. I thought all the godlikes were taken back, wherever they came from. Don't mean a thing by it. I'm glad to see not all the gods have abandoned us. Of course. Just making small talk. Not trying to offend your Aedyran sensibilities. My apologies. I am an alchemist, trying, and failing, to save lives. May have inhaled a few too many fumes, eh? My word, no! One could be jailed for such a thing. Though, honestly, I might as well be. Sapiento di Falva, alchemist and dreamer, at your service. My latest experiment was meant to solve the scourge that has come over the local flora and the fauna, but it wasn't meant to be. I expected my main reagent to be delivered today, but I suppose the gods had other ideas. awakened Adra has already failed me. No, I have the misfortune of requiring luminous Adra for this experiment. The gentlemen who are supposed to acquire my Adra have not delivered it, and they seem to be avoiding me, as if they fear my wrath. Which is impossible. Yes, I thought so too. But they offered a very sensible deal and swore they had a supplier. Certainly seemed honest to me. My friends must have lied. Or they got the Adra and they lost it. I can't imagine why else they would be acting so strange about it. No. I certainly didn't want anyone to steal anything. I definitely never meant to get anyone in trouble. If anything I did led to those people getting hurt, I'd have a hard time getting past it. I don't wish them ill, but I really need that Adra. Any luminous Adra will do, he said, as if the stuff were falling from the sky.
You died. But you're here. Gods, am I glad to see you.
I'll keep trying. But there's not much to be done for Fort Northreach.
Envoy, hello. I'm glad to see you on your feet. Kai.
Tej.
I'm surprised they let you in here.
I'm surprised you're still gainfully employed. He started it. Besides, the arrowhead lodged in your gut tells me you can do plenty of that on your own.
I didn't mean anything by it, Envoy. He's just curious company for you to keep.
Hey, somebody has to have the envoys back, because you all sure didn't.
No one expected the Envoy to get assassinated.
Exactly. Amateurs. Well.
Kai?
Come on, it's funny. Tej caused a ruckus last time he was slumming it at the Bala Rock. You were trying to kill a man, if I remember right. I had to put you outside.
You threw me into the canal.
You lived.
That water's filthy. I had the runs for 3 days.
Gods, Tej. The envoy doesn't need to know that.
The fellow cheated me. I couldn't let that slide. Or he'd think we were all marks.
It was over a dice game, right? Tej here has a gambling problem.
Great. Let's air all my troubles. Is there anything else?
The bartender sleeping with your girlfriend.
You're lying.
You sure about that?
We'll talk about this later.
I'm not breaking up with her for you. Just so we're clear.
That's more than enough. Thank you. Was there anything I could help you with, Envoy? The 7-foot-tall Almawa with biceps the size of my head? No, I am not.
Flatterer. You know I'm barely over 6.5.
At your leisure, Envoy. I'll be here if you need me.
Envoy, is it really you?
Donch, the Dream Scourge has driven people to the city. Means more bandits on the road.
I can't believe you're alive. When they dragged you to Liviana's clinic, I assumed the worst. How do you feel? Homesick already? After what you've been through, I can't say I blame you. But there's work to be done on the frontier. Good work, and I need you here at my side. Our first order of business is your purpose here in the Living Lands. Captain Cynric said you have a missive for me from the Emperor. Executed faithfully, Envoy. Very good. I'm eager to see what our Emperor intends. Now, His Majesty names you a loyal servant of the Aedyran Empire, and an extension of the throne's authority. Thank goodness. At least someone understands the gravity of our situation. And I can't think of anyone more suited for the job. You've seen how wild the Living Lands has become, both in nature and in politics. Sometimes I think the island has a mind of its own. No sooner had you arrived than you found yourself at the center of our troubles. Well, not to mention your abrupt and untimely death. This embassy has no shortage of political foes, but the Dream Scourge is what keeps me up at night. You've seen firsthand what it can do in nature. We can't let it reach the cities. No doubt some superstitious peasant toiling in the fields. The Living Lands has plenty of both. Inquisitor Ludwig thinks the plague is a distraction. She's more concerned about these local rebels fighting against the Empire. Your instincts do you credit. They were Paradisans once, law-abiding laborers. Now, they're fugitives and oath-breakers hiding amongst the populace. They've sabotaged our work, killed our soldiers, and the final straw, attacked you out in the open. Something about a labor dispute gone wrong, I think. The Steel Garrote got involved, and it turned quite ugly.
A lot of disputes arise because people here have a strong aversion to being told what to do.
I won't lie to you, Envoy. Our position is tenuous. If we can't even defend ourselves, how are we to defend the Living Lands? But defend it we must, for the sake of everyone who calls this island home. Inquisitor Ludwig demands that someone hang for the attempt on your life. These Paradisan rebels must face justice. True, but you can't investigate the Dream Scourge if you're dead.
Not many get a chance to solve their own murder, you know. I know someone who could help. A dwarven tracker named Marius. Kith or beast, there's little he can't find. He's staying at the Grinning Ballarrock, not far from Liviana's infirmary. We just take the main road east to the market, then head down the stairs and cross the canal. Rough part of town, even by the standards of Paradis. I can tell you're skeptical, but remember that you're an outsider here, and a lot of Kith aren't exactly thrilled to see so many Aedyrans in their midst.
New weeds, a new beast in the tall grass. Predator or mate?
As you've seen firsthand. You could use some local help, especially if we really are after Paradisans.
I suggest you recruit as many allies as you can, but choose carefully. They, like you, will represent the Empire. Before we can send you off to parts unknown, we need assurances from the local healer that you're fully recovered. After all, you survived a brush with death. The health of your body is one thing. The health of your soul is another. An unusual course of treatment, but who am I to argue? Remember, the assassin is out there. You have the element of surprise. I suggest you use it. Oh, the people will love it. Nothing pleases them more than watching a noble dirty their hands. We'll talk more of the Dream Scourge when you return. Until then, Envoy.
How about we start with Marius at the Grinning Balrog? Besides, I could use a drink after all this.
Wish that Sawbones would hurry up. I gotta... Wow, it's really you. I mean, we all heard the Emperor sent a godlike, but I didn't never think I'd get to meet you. You are the Envoy, aren't you? I bow, but I think I dislocated my shoulder, and I might have broken some ribs. My brother, Cadman, and I ran into some trouble exploring a temple north of the city. Bears and traps and guards. What else? The floor collapsed from under us. He couldn't walk too well, and yet our captain wanted to keep going, so he sent me back for help. We're with a team from the Free Expedition Corps. We've seen a lot, but no place like this. I fear for their lives, Envoy. It's built on ruins, and the ruins are falling apart. Because of the roots, you know, and the earthquakes. We're looking for the man who built the temple, someone the locals call the Oracle. He's a... well, he's like you. A godlike. He belongs to Aethys. And if the rumors are true, he's the very last of his kind.
Take it from me. Around here, the rumors always have some truth to them.
We just want to talk to him. That's why we went down there. Now my brother's hurt, and my team's in danger, and I'm stuck here and...
Take it easy, kid.
Sorry. Everyone at the embassy's too busy to help me, and I'm worried sick. Gods, do you mean it? I can't thank you enough. They descended into the temple through a route off the Pilgrim's Path, just north of the city. You'll know you're headed the right way when you see trail markers and rock stacks the Pilgrims left behind. We posted a guard out front, Sedgwin. Let her know I sent you, and she'll let you pass. You know, when I heard the Envoy was a godlike, I thought you'd be more... Actually, forget it. You'll probably find the expedition with the relic we were searching for. Whatever that is. Thank you for hearing me out, Envoy.
Wouldn't want their diplomats going hungry or sober.
Envoy. Could I speak with you for a moment? So, you're that godlike, the Aedyran Envoy. You're the one who saves the ambassador from the Strangleroot, right? I'm just trying to help some friends of mine. They're Aedyrans, but they've had a string of bad luck. Is there any chance you could lend them a hand? Galarde. Lawfled and Gladwine came here about 8 years ago, long before the recent rush of Aedyrans. They admitted to having a checkered past back home, but they started a new life in Paradis. Back then, you'd struggle to find an Aedyran in the city. Now they're everywhere. Anyway, with all these Aedyrans coming in, Lawfled and Gladwine started spotting old faces. And if they were spotting old faces, it was only a matter of time before those faces started spotting them back. They're lying low in the shantytown for now, but they mean to leave for Thirdborn.
Aedyran's in the shantytown. I doubt they're getting a warm welcome. Most of the people there are Paradisans run out by Aedyr.
They're afraid to go out in public, and Gladwine, poor soul, he's gone blind from bad drink. Ah, but you can. There are herbs in the wilds around Paradis that can restore Gladwine's sight. It's a little too dangerous for us ordinary folks, but for the Aedyran Envoy, for the hero who braved the Strangleroot, I'm sure it will be no problem.
Ending with flattery is a nice touch.
Agrasima. Many thanks, Envoy. Oh, there is one more thing they need. Land deeds. They've already paid for them. There's a Rawatayan in the Pearl District, Mako, who was handling the paperwork. No. We had a falling out a while back. It's best if someone else goes. Thank you, Envoy. God bless you.
So, the mighty Marius, deep in his cups, ready to take on the deadliest prey, providing they're asleep at the time.
Right. Take another sip of my cool. Rude not to finish a drink someone bought for you.
No wonder you're hiding behind a mug. You're too worried about being polite to survive out there.
The dwarf there is Marius. Best tracker I know.
I heard you're from Solace Keep. How great a survivor could you be, hiding behind stone walls all your life?
You don't know anything about me, you Aedyran Nimdut. So maybe go back and take another blessed day sip.
But here you are. Tell me, how does one get kicked out of a place that never lets anyone leave?
Dukte Drago Sakasat Jitule. You want to talk so much, I'll cut you a second mouth across your throat.
think this is about to get interesting.
I knew you were blessed in Nimdut the moment I saw you coming. Thought maybe I'd teach you a lesson. So I paid the bartender a few gold to drop a tiny bit of Widow's Kiss into a cup and serve your drink in it. Cramps should be starting in a few minutes, so, if you want to fight, we should go ahead and get started.
He's crafty, but he's no maniac. Just watch.
Oh, I can feel it. Gods, you.
Oh, that is quick. You better get to a healer before the poison spreads to your brain.
You wait, Marius. I'll be back. Hopefully. My tummy.
You'll be okay. Just get it all out, Culver.
Well, that was something.
Marius, this is the infamous Aedyran Envoy. Envoy? Marius.
Well, any friend of Kai's is definitely a... person. Wasn't a bluff. That was a test. Any hunter worth their salt knows Widow's Kiss has no effect if it's ingested. And he actually believed I could pay the bartender to poison someone's drink. Gods, the taverns in Aedyr must be rough. I need to see the scene of the crime, over by the town gates. I promise there's something left there we can use to track them. Bloodstains, footprints, darts left behind. If we find anything at all, we can find your assassins. We'll figure this out, Amakul. Don't you worry.
Now, why would I want to leave a mark right by that pile of crates?
Wouldn't think I see spiders. But here you go.
One for you! Another one!
We make a good squad. Stand back. Here it comes. I don't think the new owners like company. Aye, aye.
We must seek!
Here we go. Aim.
Nice job.
Nice work. Coming in hot. Stand back. Aye, aye. Go where? Ready. Aim. Coming in hot. Here it comes.
Worse than rust!
Coming in hot. Envoy, I've got some.
Over here. Look. Smells familiar, but I can't place it. Whatever it is, it's not used for game hunting or keeping beasts out of your garden. The apothecary might know more. That's where I'd look.
Seems like a good place to start.
It tells us they were hunting you. Whoever did this takes pride in their work. They made sure this stuff would kill you. Go back to the market and up the stairs to the east. You'll see a large building with a big window on top.
The Mermaid's Den. Nice place. We should say hello to Juliana while we're there.
The apothecary is in the back alley. Any luck? We could track down who made this poison. Find your killers.
An interesting day so far. An interesting day indeed. Well, I'll be chomped by a Zarep queen. You're that godlike from the docks. I bet you do. I bet you do. I can't believe my luck. Nothing all year, and then boom, interesting strangers just falling out of the sky. As a matter of fact, I have. Indeed, a young dwarf and his crew stopped by. Seemed agitated, like they were afraid of someone. They were asking all sorts of people. Seems like I was the only one willing to really speak to them. They were asking where they could find luminous Aedyran, of all things. Can't imagine what they'd needed it for. I said they were most likely out of luck, but I might know somewhere they might find some if they looked hard enough. Ha! Welcome to the Living Lands. Not long ago, a group of animancers looked to carry out some experiments into teleportation. They carried their instruments and a healthy supply of luminous Aedyran to the island of Castel's Folly. It's possible there's some still there. Oh, I'm afraid not. No, those people were never seen again. That's why I think their Aedyran might still be there. Question, why are you looking for those sailors? Did the Valian captain send you? Then you're either as desperate or as hard-headed as they are. The folks you're looking for are probably getting themselves killed searching for Aedyran that probably isn't there. I can tell you wouldn't listen to me if I warned you not to go to Castel's Folly, so I wish you luck.
Envoy, got a situation over here. Oh, good. You came over. Glad to see you're up and about.
For fuck's sake, can we move this along? I don't have all day.
The same thing we deal with every day. Most of us are off searching for the ones who attacked you. That leaves us short-handed, so people like her try to sneak in. I caught this one, but I have to check her cart for contraband. There's a lot to dig through. Find anything? I knew you were hiding something. You'd better have an ironclad explanation for this.
I don't know anything. Someone's trying to set me up.
Thanks for the help, Envoy. I think I can handle it from here.
Thanks for nothing.
Walk in, give her the letter, and go. You can do this. You don't have to say anything. The letter will do the talking for you. Sort of. Maybe you can help. I was seeing this girl, Nasha, down at the bathhouse. I'm sure it was just business at first, but we fell in love. I haven't been in a while, though. And the thing is, I've met someone else. I suppose. Still, I can't just abandon her. I wrote her a letter, but I'm too cowardly to deliver it. If you're headed that way, would you mind giving it to her? Right. Of course. I can pay you. I'd pay anything to not feel so guilty. Thank you. I used to wonder why no one talked about this. Now I understand. Nasha should be working right now. The place is called the Mermaid's Den. It's the big one with the balcony and the round window. If you get lost, look for the mermaid mural. You can't miss it. And here's some coin for your trouble.
Quiet, Nimdut.
The affairs of men have no place at this tree.
Oh, it just doesn't work. What do you want? Quickly! I have an audience waiting for me. You did. Well, not so much reciting it as beating it to death. My friends thought it'd be funny to get roaring drunk last night. Only one showed up today, and he was in no shape to perform. They've all gathered out there, and I don't have a show to give them. I can't play every part myself. I just can't.
Right. Great way to raise a man's spirits.
No, they're right. I was foolish to think I could do it. I wasn't cut out for this in Spirento, and I'm not here either. I'll have to come up with some excuse for why we're closed today. Just leave me be, will you? Haven't you gawked at me enough?
If you're really quiet, you can hear actor souls dying as people just keep on walking.
Walk in, give her the... You don't have to say any. Sort of. I was seeing this girl, Nasha. I haven't been in a while, though. And the thing is, I've met someone else. I suppose I wrote her a letter, but I'm too cowardly to deliver it. Right. Of course. I can pay you. Thank you. I used to wonder why no one talked about this. Nasha should be working right now. If you get lost, look for the mermaid mural.
The men have no place at this tree.
Oh, it just doesn't work. What do you want? Quickly! I have an audience waiting for me. You did. Well, not so much reciting it as beating it to death. My friends thought it'd be funny to get roaring drunk last night. Only one showed up today, and he was in no shape to perform. They've all gathered out there, and I don't have a show to give them. I can't play every part myself. I just can't.
I've heard imagining the audience naked helps.
Do you really believe that?
Depends on the audience, I guess.
I suppose they wouldn't object to a one-man show? The question is, which one? I've only memorized a few. I could do Beltramo's Lament, or the Deerwood Tree, or maybe the May Queen's Conquest. All right, if you insist. Thank you again, my friend. Now to go out and face them. You've been very kind. Thank you.
If you're really quiet, you can hear actors' souls dying as people just keep on walking.
I wouldn't go up there, stranger. That's Sparrowhawk territory.
Aedyran's Embassy.
Prepare to be awed by feats of verse and memory. But before the show begins, perhaps a demonstration to whet your appetites. Follow me on an auditory adventure, a tour of the living lands and its most wild creatures. First, let me introduce you to the mating call of the Stelgar, the ruin of so many. A silent and stealthy feline. Few have heard its call, and fewer still have lived to tell the tale. Hold your applause, my dear friends. There's more to come. Perhaps you've heard the fearsome Stelgar before. After all, just a small few have lived after running into one. But have you ever heard the distress call of a fearsome Bellerock? Of course not! Bellerocks live deep within the living lands, rarely seen by any but the bravest souls. And if you are unlucky enough to face this scaled abomination, they are dangerous from teeth to tails. Now, when you hear this, I must ask that you remain where you stand. There's nothing to fear. All is well. I assure you. It's as if the monsters are present with us at this very moment, is it not? But fear not. It is only I. Thank you all for your time. My name is the Guru, and it has been an honor to perform for you. Allow me just a brief intermission, and I promise yet more to dazzle and delight you. See now how burned queens iron fingers grasp. Fie! I should have trusted my dear friend.
Paradis was built by Pargrunin ages ago. It's been maintained by neglectful fool. Just act natural. Nothing weird going on here. Why is that one looking at me?
Let us in, sweetheart.
I told you, we're closed.
Not for us, you're not.
What's the man gotta do to get his needs met around here?
If you think we'll roll over after you steal from us,
That's exactly what I think.
Fine. Take it up with Juliana.
Oh, don't worry. We will. Wasting my time. Think she's too fancy for the likes of us, does she?
Not you, too. I can handle them.
This girl thinks she's gonna keep us out of the bathhouse.
You might own half the district, but you don't own the mermaid's den.
We'll see about that.
You don't like it? Take it up with your second in command. He's the one who stole from us.
That's a load of...
I knew this was Jago's fault. This isn't over.
Sorry. This district used to be a nice place. The Sparrowhawks always got along fine with us, and then they, I better not talk about it. Juliana told us to be discreet. She's inside. If you want to help, she can give you the details. You'd better hope you can.
That's the apothecary we're looking for.
That's all I have.
All you have is not enough. Huh. Aren't you the Outlander who died in the streets? How are you... Gah, it doesn't matter.
You've got to help. He's gonna hurt me again.
Everyone take a deep breath. No one is hurting anyone else today. Right?
You seem to like beating up on little guys. Want to take a run at me?
Listen to me, dead one. What happens here does not concern you. Walk away. Ha! You Aedyarans always think everyone's out to get you. If I wanted to kill you, you'd be dead already. This is getting tiresome. I wasn't really gonna hurt the apothecary, but I'm really, really gonna hurt you.
Why did you have to bring size into this?
They're only saying that because these fools wouldn't stand a chance against you. Listen, I get it. Times are tough. And you thought this man was easy pickings. Now, you know better. So, walk away while you can.
A scrawny elf and a tree trunk of an Almawa? I could take those odds.
Hey, boss, maybe we shouldn't. Fighting a godlike seems wrong somehow.
I knew you'd gone soft. We'll settle this as soon as I'm done here.
Watch yourself.
Yeah. Worth and Roth! Be your sake!
Left leg!
Worth and Roth!
There you are, swine. This time, you're gonna stay dead.
Just when I thought this was...
Then!
Right behind you.
Worth and Roth!
Let's see what you got.
Worth and rust! Seek!
You're failing!
Worth and rust! Be your sake!
I can't! Thanks, soldier. I can't believe they're dead. It's over. Good fighting. Envoy, thank you for dealing with those miscreants. There's a plague on these streets, and they are a symptom.
A gang of bullies shaking down honest folk? Seems more like the cause to me.
It's no more dangerous here than anywhere else. It's just that monsters here have knives instead of fangs.
You even killed Thala, the biggest, baddest of them all. The Sparrowhawks are gonna come after you.
I'd prefer if you wouldn't keep inviting people to try to kill you, but sure, we've got you covered.
Don't I know it? Good help is hard to come by. You don't have to come to my defense. No one sticks their neck out for anyone in these parts. Poison? Let me take a look. Wait, I recognize that from my wares. It's oil distilled from Santa Torre, a berry native to the Living Lands. I can't give you that.
What makes you think they won't come back for you? Help us, and we can help you.
If word got around that I was ratting my clients out to the Aedyrans, it'd be the end of me. Damned if I do and damned if I don't, then. The truth is, I never saw the customer's face. They wore a hood. A monk's cowl, I believe. But I can tell you that Santa Torre is used in religious rituals. Prophets and seers will do anything to leave their bodies. Well, at least that's some encouragement.
If you want mystic types, you want to go visit the Temple of Andra. Probably the only reason you'd want to go there.
On the other hand, Claviger Amond was cozy with plenty of mystics and oddballs. We could check out his estate for clues.
Go past the Hightown Gate to the north, then follow the road eastward until you reach the statue of Andra. Easier said than done, believe me. I hope that I've been able to assist you in some small way. Good luck in your investigation, Envoy.
So we're going to the temple to find a mystic to ask about the poison. Not what I imagine my day would be like.
don't think we're going to be welcome here for long. All those Sparrowhawks will be sniffing around here any minute. And since that's not the last skirmish we'll find ourselves in, I say we take this opportunity to stock up on some better equipment. I like your spirit, but there's no accounting for the quality we'll find that way. If you want a guarantee of getting the good stuff, I recommend Paradis' main market.
Do I hear someone? Hold it, you!
Let's go.
You think you could
Take your
just
best
take
shot.
out our leader?
Coming from your right.
Ackworth and Roth!
For you! Watch your left. To the right.
Seek! You think you could just take out our leader?
To your left. Weapons not good. Armor isn't helping.
Ackworth and Roth!
Watch your left. Well, that was fun.
Hold it, you!
Come and get
You
me.
think you could
You're
just
mine
take out
now.
our leader?
On foot, on your right.
Back for more? Go on. Juliana's inside. She doesn't bite, unless you ask.
This is not the way I ever expected to get into the bathhouse.
If you'd like to be useful, I could use another drink. If you'd like to be useful, I could use another drink.
You can teach a person how to draw, but you can't teach good taste.
Found something? Good. Always good to rummage through a condemned house for valuables.
You're the one who took down Thala. You know how to introduce yourself. Oh, but you were. You're the talk of the town, Envoy. Everyone wants to meet you. You and I have that in common. A good friend is hard to find. It is. It cost me a small fortune to bring it in. Though I'm afraid only a few of our wealthy patrons have noticed it. Me? Exclusively. Now, if you've come to avail yourself, I'm sorry. We're closed. I'm out of some supplies that should have been here days ago. I'd hunt them down myself, but I don't have a firm enough hand. I need someone with more authority. Someone, well, someone like you. Straight to the point. As a matter of fact, they have. The local strongmen, the Sparrowhawks, got a hold of the shipment. They must have thought it looked valuable. Unfortunately, they were right. They don't want to get involved. I don't blame them. But after Thala, I'd say you're already in the thick of it. That's the spirit. Go to the docks. Their lieutenant runs one of the warehouses there. He'll probably keep it close. And my life would be easier if my pool cleaned itself. Hurry back. Any sign of my shipment? Go on, then. It's not going to save itself.
I wish that painter would come by more often.
hope Elia's all right. Oh, sweetie, we're closed. Are you here to see Juliana? Or can I help you with something else? Belia? But she hasn't come by in a couple of months. Did something? Oh. Oh, I understand. Of course. It all makes sense now. That poor girl. She thinks everything that goes wrong is her fault. I'm glad she's found someone. Yes, I did. Just not in the way she thought I did. Or perhaps not in the way she wanted. Thank you for bringing that letter, though. I was worried about her. I'll send one back. That should make her feel better. I miss talking to Belia sometimes, but it's for the best.
Go on. Juliana's inside. She doesn't bite, unless you ask.
If you'd like to be useful, I could use another drink.
All my time in Paradis, and I never knew a painter lived here. The local militias lax at the best of times, which these are not.
Maybe try pulling it next time.
High Market. A haven of opulence in an otherwise nice city.
Claviger Aemond allowed these interlopers onto our streets. And where did it get him? Slain! Murdered!
We must stand against tyranny!
They will never take our home!
You! Aedyran! You herald the end of our way of life! You are a scourge upon our city! The citizens of Paradis have come to hear the truth. They need to know what will befall us if we do not deal with you. You represent everything they stand for. You will find no peace here.
If you have to ask, you can't afford it.
It's the Envoy.
Let's show 'em!
Worse than rot!
Well done!
The Envoy's here.
Another glorious battle.
Welcome to our shrine, Envoy. Envoy, what is it?
Wodica. She's gotten a lot more popular since your people arrived.
Murderers!
How awful.
Not to worry, Envoy. We got one of them. Bastards.
It's a horrible situation all around.
Nice to meet you, Envoy.
Why was I hoping there'd be no phantoms passing through there?
I don't like how cozy the Clavager's gotten with the Aedyrans. That High Inquisitor especially bothers me.
It's her eyes that give me the spooks. Looks like they can see into my soul.
They might judge. You know the Steel Garrote are solely devoted to Wodica, right? One step out of line, and...
And what?
Well, I don't know! Anything under the exiled Queen's rule is bound to be harsh.
Please be respectful when in the presence of the Queen.
Humor me. You've met the Aedyran Queen. Does that actually look like her?
Do not succumb to fear, friends. Protect yourselves against this vile plague. My remedies have been tested and
There's a joke about Paradis's government in here somewhere.
oh gods, they've looted the place.
Well, that didn't take long.
These have been...
Really? Looting the Clavage's house? And the Aedirans do nothing to help?
Shame a perfectly good house has to sit around empty.
Found it. You're gonna regret it.
Worth and rust! Worth and rust!
Take a moment, people.
Once I got drunk and lost back here looking for the chamber pot. Aiming through the best parties. I'm starting to see why Aemond was going gray all of a sudden. there's anything worth finding, it'll be in here.
Cozy.
Envoy, over there. Looks like a note.
Well, there you have it.
So, Claviger Amon not only knew about the rebels, he also gave them access to a hideout in the cistern. None. I knew he was protective of Paradis, but I never would have dreamed he'd get in bed with organized rebels. Look, everyone who settles in the Living Lands comes from somewhere, but until recently, those settlers have been people, not nations. But when Aedyran built an embassy and filled it with dignitaries and troops, some started to worry that your laws and governors would follow.
Right, all of that. Don't forget why we're here. You hired me to hunt the rebels down, and now we know where they are. The cistern beneath the Temple of Andra. Good place for a hidden base. It sits just below the city, where the people and patrols will never look.
Maybe we should bring reinforcements. I bet Heelguard would be happy to spare some of his guards, if we ask nicely.
They'd only slow us down. Besides, any fighting we do in the cistern will be close quarters.
On to the Temple of Andra, then. It's east of here, just across the canal, in the plaza with the big statue.
Right. After you.
Did you kill all those bandits, Envoy? We're still waiting to decide on a new claviger.
Damn rickety table. No, Envoy, go right on through.
Fresh from the finest distilleries in Thirdport.
Lady of Lament, grant us your strength, so we may overcome adversity as the wave overcomes the shore. Very bold of you to take the burdens of others. I hope they serve you well. Welcome to the Temple of Andra.
Safe to say, Andra's got a wealthy patron here somewhere.